So I was listening to Tony Roberts in one of his motivational speaks, and he spoke about something that really resonated with me. He spoke about limiting self beliefs. He said that we all have them. That's the reason we don't achieve most of our goals. For me, I remember when I bought this phone, the thing that what had just happened to me is that I had just been mugged, and I didn't want to buy a phone that was so expensive that I'd when that if the choice had to come between choosing it and my life, I would be confused. So I decided to buy a phone that was cheap enough to let go if the same thing had happened again. So for me, the limiting belief was that I assumed that there's a possibility that I could get mugged again. So that influenced my decision on buying a subpar phone, because instead of buying a phone that I could afford and a phone that I wanted, I bought a phone that I assumed was cheap enough to let go if I ever got mugged again. But what happened after that is that I spent over a year with the same phone, and no one's come to me trying to take it from me. So for most of us, we all have limiting beliefs, and if you look at your past, it kind of makes sense why you have those beliefs. It could be women who say that they hate all men because they've had poor, they've had bad experiences with most men in their lives. Men who say they hate women because they've had bad experiences with the women in their lives. We have a student who says who doesn't want to study more because he doesn't want to be labeled as a nerd. You have someone who loves money who's afraid to start a business because he says he does not have enough money to start a business. See, we all have limiting beliefs, those thoughts that kind of work to self sabotage us, those thoughts that we try to those thoughts we use to convince ourselves that we are not good enough, or we are not prepared, or we are not at a stage to do what we want to do. How most people work a job they say they hate for about 10 to 20 years, and then when you ask them why don't they quit, they tell you about the responsibilities they have. And after listening to Tony Roberts, I realized that I've been doing this so long, so I decided to make this video, because if I do it, I assume a lot of people also do it. This is Mahal's view. Till next time, peace.